Hey folks, Will Hamilton here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the Rafael Nadal Andy Murray quarterfinal match at the Australian Open. Hands down, this is the most exciting matchup of the tournament thus far. And these two players have a little bit of history. Nadal holds a 7-2 advantage over Murray. But we're not really sure where Nadal's game is right now. Earlier in the tournament, his game occasionally looked a little bit shaky against Karlovic. In the fourth round, it looked pretty good, but it's still sort of up in the air exactly where Nadal's game is at. Now, it's not up in the air at all where Murray's game is at. He's playing great right now. In the previous round, he dismantled John Isner. The first set went to a breaker, but after that, it wasn't really close. So Murray is on point. He's hitting real well. So with that context in mind, let's talk about what we can expect to see with this match tonight. We'll start by discussing what Andy Murray needs to do to win this match. And we've got some icons up here. The circle is the player, and the stick is the side of the body that player's hitting on. This is a righty's forehand in that case, and this would be a lefty's forehand. And we're going to assume that this is Andy Murray down here, so his forehand's on this side of the body, and here's Rafael Nadal, forehand is over here. Well, the first thing that Murray needs to do is serve well. Get a high percentage of first serves in, because Nadal's return, particularly on the forehand, is one of the weaker parts of his game. So Murray's going to start a lot of points in control if he can get that first serve in and get a weaker response, or a weaker return from Nadal. Now, once the point gets started, what should Murray do? Well, typically I would say copy what Del Potro did, because it was very effective. Stand right on the baseline, take the ball early, hit pretty big, and try and pressure Nadal into short balls where you can then rip a winner. But that's not really Murray's style of play. He can certainly do that, but he likes to play more passively. He likes to be a counterpuncher and use all that variety he's got. So that's what you're going to see out of Murray tonight. But how could he best use that variety to attack Nadal? Well, what I think would be an effective strategy would be to obviously go towards Nadal's backhand during neutral rallies, because in a neutral rally, you really want to stay away from Nadal's forehand because he's going to be able to take control of most of those points. But work the ball over to Nadal's backhand. Doesn't matter if you're hitting a forehand, this would be Murray's backhand, or a forehand. And Nadal likes to keep working his way over so he can end up running around and hitting a forehand. So what you're actually going to do, what Murray should actually try and do, is go at the backhand to open up the forehand. Because if you can get Nadal cheating over, he's going to be giving away a lot of court. And then it's okay to go over here if Nadal is hitting those balls on the run. Because what we've seen in the past is Nadal's forehand, when he's set up for it, money shot. Great directional control, puts it in the corners, can hit a heavy ball. But if you've got him on the run and he's a little out of position, that ball tends to fall a little bit short and in the middle of the court. And then Murray can move inside the baseline and hit to the corners, hit a winner, or follow an approach shot to net. So the strategy here, again to recap, is hit to the backhand to open up the forehand side of the court, and open it up enough where Nadal is going to be running, he's not going to be set, and that ideally would lead to a short ball in the middle of the court. And if it doesn't, if Nadal hits a good defensive forehand, then you just reset the point and kind of rinse and repeat, use that strategy again until you get the ball you can go after. Now let's talk about what Nadal needs to do to win this match. And it's pretty simple. He needs to hit his forehand well. If he's hitting this shot well, he's got a great chance to advance to the semifinals. And when Nadal typically struggles, it's because his forehand lacks depth and it lacks placement. It's landing somewhere in here consistently, and he's having trouble getting it outside of this zone. And you saw this against Del Potro in the U.S. Open last year. Del Potro was standing in and pounding the ball to the corners. Soderling did this at the French Open as well. So if Nadal is able to keep the ball out of here, if he's able to go more towards the sidelines and keep it in these general areas, then he's got a great chance to win. Now, the good news for Nadal is, let's say that his forehand's a little bit off to start. It's not really where he wants it to be. Well, Murray is going to allow him to play his forehand into shape. He's going to give Nadal a lot of forehands to hit, so Nadal is going to be able to work out the kinks and raise the level of that shot over the course of a match. Now, you contrast that with someone like Del Potro. When Nadal played Del Potro at the US Open last year, Del Potro was hammering the ball, going for his shots, keeping points short, and Nadal couldn't get any rhythm. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, Andy's got a ton of variety in his game. He's got the slices, topspin, moves the ball around the court well. So that variety is going to keep Nadal off balance. It's going to prevent him from grooving his forehand. Well, we already know that that doesn't work because Federer tried that earlier in his career. And specifically, Federer would drop a lot of short slices to Nadal's forehand, but Nadal would eat those for lunch. He would hook Federer far off the court, far to his backhand. He'd be in total control at this point. And this is pretty much how Nadal punched his ticket to 6 Grand Slam titles. So this approach is not going to work too well. The variety approach to keep someone off balance doesn't really bother Nadal. What bothers Nadal is pounding the ball at him and keeping points short. And if Nadal is putting the ball short in this area, you don't give him many opportunities to groove that shot and work his way out of a poor forehand for that particular match. So Murray doesn't do that, and for that reason, I think Nadal wins this match in a tight 5-setter. I do think it's going to be very close, like I said, 5 sets, but if you look at Nadal's track record in the majors recently, he only loses to guys who can attack him consistently, who can hit big over the course of an entire match. Someone like Del Potro, someone like Soderling, someone like Federer. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, Nadal lost to Murray at the US Open in 2008 in the semis, well, that was not 100%, that was not a Nadal at 100% rather. He was tired from a long summer, had just gotten back from winning in Beijing. So I don't think that match has too much bearing on this one. And like I said before, I expect Nadal to take it in a tight 5-setter. Now, we're going to be giving away a $25 gift card courtesy of TennisExpress.com to the person who can best predict the score of this match. So please rate this video, subscribe to our channel, and then post your prediction in the comments below. You have up until when this match starts, so good luck. Want to know the secret to Roger Federer's forehand? Click the link in the description and sign up for our 100% free course.